Whether you're looking for action games, arcades, puzzle games, or just races, 2022 was so far so jam-packed with games, you could pick 100 gems out of each genre that came out for the past few months only. With that in mind, here's our list of, based on the review scores, the top 10 best games of 2022 for your Android and iOS devices too. Let's go. At number 1, guys, we've got from last month. I mean, I don't even know how this went off my own radar. Never found out when this even came out last month. We've got over here with over 10 million downloads, Crossout Mobile. This is a console to mobile port to just one of the best vehicle combat free-to-play games that came out for the past few years. The game is just quite a bit like Twisted Metal games, except you just build your own car. I mean, what's really better than that? Check it out, this game will take you down for 2 GB of space.
Let me be your man.
Coming up behind that, we have Dungeon of Gods. Well, God knows how long I've been just waiting to include this one in one of my own lists. Finally, this game is just automatically now amongst the biggest roguelikes of the year. See, Dungeon of Gods is very similar to most pseudo-roguelikes, albeit in a very pretty aesthetic and one-of-a-kind cel-shaded style, as an action RPG, hack and slasher. It's not a bullet hell game, but it does deliver and come out like a bullet hell game through its melee stuff. It's a great game. At number 3, this has actually been around since December last year, technically, when it was in China first, but then it came out globally August this year. We've got at number 3, Tower of Fantasy. This is an open world, technically MMORPG, that's been in development before its release for over 4 years as a cross-platform support action RPG that is now available worldwide. Tower of Fantasy has over 10 million online players. It actually reached that peak. The game gets regular updates. It is addicting as hell. There's only one problem though, it will take you a hefty 10 GB of space. At number 4, well, this has been around since February this year, and to this day, it is still one legitimate free-to-play MMORPG hack and slasher on the Google Play. If we're talking replay value, graphics, gameplay, lore, or just lore, and how smooth it is and how much content, the Dynasty Legends 2 has everything you'd expect as a Quake Tecmo original game, and I still ask myself sometimes how could this thing even run on a cell phone. Game's an ARPG, a Muso style, and hack and slasher. It's all the way free, quite bug free, and quite amazing for such a size. At number 5, we've got over here Rocket League Sideswipe, a mobile spin-off of Rocket League that came out kind of last year. Also the single most fine-tuned touchscreen support game on the Google Play. In my opinion, in gameplay mechanics. I mean, like, it does even support a controller. Now, in case you are new to it though, this is an action-packed, just skill-based football game. I mean, like soccer in American, but then with cars. This game's been downloaded over 10 million times ever since release, and it is literally all the way free. If you want a new addiction, you won't need to look any further than this. Next up, we've got over here, and I've mentioned this one only once, something called Bad North. This is just one of the most charming and innovative little real-time tactic roguelikes on the platform, which is downloaded over 100,000 times. In fact, I think over 200,000 times ever since its reveal, which is frankly the number of purchases that the game has. As a paid game really speaks for itself. Bad North takes you down for $4. I cannot say enough good things about this one. Frankly, the graphics, strategy elements, the amount of time invested in all the gameplay details just makes it a masterpiece. Give it a shot. At number 7, we've got over here Catalyst Black. Well, this is a team-based 10 vs 10 drop-in, drop-out, large-scale shooter. The type that you get the hang of and you wonder, well, with such a potential, why this game's so underrated. This game's fun, addictive, it's got some smooth gameplay, easy to understand when it comes to just actual controls. Technically it's a mobile game, but one with a pretty unique twist to make it stand out. It can be played with a joystick, controller, and even with a mouse and a keyboard. Check it out, game is literally free. Downloaded over 100 million times. Well, simply just the most downloaded game on the list today. Just honorable mention though, we've got number 8, Stumble Guys. This is a massively multiplayer party knockout game that you could go in rounds with up to 32 other players online. It's just pretty much Fall Guys, but you know, it's Stumble Guys, where you play as this Lego looking things with different mini games. It's a very simple game that you just need to push a couple of buttons to be able to master it. One for running and another for jumping. It's free, definitely one of the most mindless games on the list too, so be careful with this one, you know.
Wind aid my hand.
Moving on to number 9, probably the latest cancer that's spreading on the Google Play as for how addicting it is though. We've got over here Marvel Snap. This is a collectible card game with a truly fresh idea. Like whether you're into strategy challenges, you do appreciate good art, or just simply into Marvel Universe, there's absolutely no reason to not go with this one, except you want to invest your time with something more useful. Well, check it out. This game has an infinite amount of content. It comes with regular updates every week. It's free to play and takes you about 4 GB of space.
Neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Union to me.
Excuse my reach.
Take a swing at us. You better hit hard, 'cause when we swing back, it's like, oh God.
At number 10, we've got over here, without a doubt, the literal absolute best game to pick up and play with a controller, with or without your friends, and possibly just about the best $8 to $9 you'll ever spend in your whole life if you do like fighting games though. Streets of Rage 4 has been around since May this year. It's sitting on both platforms with an almost perfect 5 out of 5 review score, with all of the DLCs released so far, and this is how it really looks.
We think we may have found her, Amanda.
And last but not least, as we go, one last honorable mention. We've got over here, of course, Alien Isolation, just a damn near perfect mobile port of one of the best console horror games that's ever made. If you do appreciate good graphics, you do have a beefy phone, you do appreciate decent controls and a good story on top, some really good horrors too, for $15, you're gonna have all of that and even more with this one. Check it out, in case you missed it. This game will also take you almost 4 GB of space.
Can hear this? We need help. Repeat, we need help urgently.